I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Glad to see you well. Anything more?
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I don't come visit your ton. Who will?
Wouldn't you like to?
Until later, then.
East, Marketplace. West, Driftwood Fishworks.
Magister's dropping left and right. Can't say I'm shedding any tears.
Oh, what am I going to do? Where is it? Where is it? Sir, please, have you seen a small burlap pouch lying about? Blast! It's gone for good, I fear.
She rubs a hand over her smooth head, then suddenly looks up at you. Her great greenish-gold eyes are alive with worry.
There isn't any chance you could spare a moment to help me look, could you? I wouldn't dare ask it if it weren't terribly important.
Tears star her eyelashes, and she begins to weep. She takes your hand.
I know. What a crybaby I am. It's just... you're so kind. It's been a difficult day. The pouch. I really must find it back, or my master will flay me alive. It had quite a sum inside it. Magister Raymond. He bade me take the coins to purchase supplies for his journey, but I dropped it along the way. He's sure to think I stole it.
She tilts her head back and blinks back tears.
I'd never do such a thing. Never. Honest work. What I wouldn't give. But I'm an indentured servant to Magister Raymond. I'm legally bound to work for him and him alone for the rest of my tenure.
She reaches out as though to shake your hand, but stumbles, falling a little into your arms. She laughs, embarrassed, and quickly rights herself.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Terribly sorry. I'm not in my proper mind today, it seems. I'll keep looking myself. Good day.
Elsa, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Right away.
Bellwether, I need those reports.
I'm watching you, stranger. If that's all you have to say, you may as well leave me to it then.
The Magister startles, realizing there's a stranger in his midst.
What do you want, dwarf? You can't just come in here as you please. There's magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation. Of course I wouldn't. What good have bloody dwarves ever done for anyone? Now answer me. Why are you here? Well, mind your bloody step in future. I've an investigation to carry out. And yes, a vile little tinkerer goes by the name of Higba. 3 of my magisters have gone missing of late from right here in Driftwood. All signs are that Higba is responsible. The fiend's greed gave him away. He was peddling items that belonged to those missing from our ranks. He saw my men before they could seize him and fled. Hardly. By all accounts, he seemed like just another money-grubbing nobody. He must have caught my magisters unawares. It's the only explanation. No matter, he'll face justice either way. If you catch sight of that dog, tell me or my men at once. Understand? There might even be a reward in it for you. Well, do you know anything? Stop wasting my time, then. Belson, my inkwell is
Of course,
dry.
sir.
Fetch me
State
some
your
more.
business to Magister Carver, or else get out. That's Magister business.
Bellwether,
Keep
I
your
need
nose
those
out
reports
of it.
stamped.
That's all you have to say. You. Of course, sir. Right away.
Belson, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Oh, great, a citizen. Can't you see I'm on a break here? What? Oh, no. Poor Demori. Go tell Magister Raymond or Magister Julian immediately. They'll raise the alert. Go. Now.
Head nodding drowsily, the Magister brings her voluminous sleeve up to her face. She sniffs loudly and suddenly jerks to attention, eyes red-rimmed with zeal, and something else.
They won't take me unawares. I'm ready for anything. See? I haven't slept well, I'm ready. That's what matters. Vigilance! Why, whoever snatching magisters off the street and disappearing them? 6 lost in a week. 6! Need to be ready. Ready! Ready! Ready to protect!
Waving you away, she cranes her neck to scan all around her, jaw clenched and eyes flickering.
I'm on a break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
The Magister turns to you with a scowl. He already seemed immensely displeased, and your interjection isn't improving his mood.
What?
The Magister glances at you like you're something he just stepped in.
Keep out of it.
That's what I want to know. Stuck here with those silent things. The new leadership ought to learn to respect its veterans. We're the ones who uphold the rule of law, not white ponches like Raymond and Jonathan.
A sly smile creeps across the Magister's face.
Aye, and sooner than you might think, if the rumours are true. Let's just say, there's other places where I'd be appreciated more than I am in Driftwood.
The Magister loses some of his bluster.
I ain't saying. It's a secret for loyal members of the Divine Order only. Who asked you? You're not even supposed to be down here.
The Magister glances around the cells, before ripping the keys from his belt and casting them aside.
This isn't the Divine Order I signed up for. Not anymore. I'm done.
Lucky find.
Did you expect a needle? The spirit of an emaciated prisoner is staring down at his own corpse. He shakes his head and lets out an exasperated sigh.
Of all the stupid ways to go. Oh, it was a stupid bloody accident. I dosed myself with some poison to make it look like I was half dead. I figured they'd take me to see a healer and I'd have a chance to escape. I must have taken too much of the stuff though. Wound up fully dead instead of half dead. Those bastards haven't even moved me body.
The spirit scowls at you.
I did nothing. Or I didn't do what they accused me of, at least. A miscarriage of justice is what this is. That's putting it bloody lightly. Nobody deserves to rot in a hole like this. Best leave that secret for someone who needs it. You can stroll out of here whenever you like.
A painful death, trapped and defenseless.
The silent watcher stands.
Nice.
I'll yield to none. I'm ready. Fasten tight.
with them. I need those
Of
reports,
course,
damn
sir.
it.
Right away.
For Alexander
Driftwood, home of the Black Bull Tavern.
by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early. All hope
Useless.
destroyed.
Bloody useless. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point? Ah, they were right about me. I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point?
An elf in tattered red robes shifts through pages of handwritten notes spread across the table.
So many suspects. So many potential culprits. I need to narrow down the list. Think, you damn elf, think.
A floorboard creaks beneath your foot. The elf leaps around abruptly.
What are you doing, dwarf? Trying to get a drop on me? Sneak up and slit my throat? Bah! Just another cowardly dwarf. The only one I want to fight is whoever's responsible for the disappearances of my Magister comrades in this town. I was removed from their ranks due to my elven blood. I'll continue to serve, though. I won't stand to see my comrades taken by some vile traitor. The Magisters are all I know, all I want. I turned my back on everything else when I joined them. My name, my blood, my history. If I'm not one of them, I'm nothing. I have to help them. 3 Magisters missing so far, and the rest are hunting for some sorcerer called Higba, a bloody tinkerer. He can't be responsible. I'm certain he can't. He might be a greedy little junk peddler and a sorcerer to boot, but hardly capable of seizing Magisters. They won't listen to me. Not anymore.
The elf nods stoically.
Exactly. I'm convinced that this tavern holds the key. It's full of scum and degenerates. The true culprit could easily hide amongst them. I have to keep investigating. Keep the pressure up. The culprit will make a mistake eventually. If you see anything suspicious, let me know.
The elf's face creases into a mask of fury.
Another ill word against my brothers, and I'll see this floor wet with your blood. Now get out of here, and don't come back unless you... It doesn't make sense. I'm missing something. Ah, they were right about me. I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point? Come on, damn you. Think. You can figure this out. Come on. Who would do this? Useless. Bloody useless. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point? I'm approaching this the wrong way. I must be. What is it? Unless you know something about the disappearances, leave me alone. I need to concentrate.
The elf shrugs listlessly.
Plenty of suspects. Plenty of maybes. Precious little progress, though. I'm still convinced that the tavern is key to all this, though. What? And you think that's an excuse for me?
The elf straightens to...
I swore an oath.
Once, this was a tavern, or a hotel, or a brothel.
Who would do that? Throw him in a hole for all.
Pretty good, ain't he? Bet he'd even write a poem for you. Smaller good if it bit you on the arm.
My friend, for Alexander the Innocent, killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early, all hope destroyed. The path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline. You have interrupted my newest masterpiece!
The bard opens his mouth to continue his poem, but another glance at your face has him choking on his own spit.
Oh! The beast himself infests this rotting town, does he? Oh, the poems I've heard chanted of your deeds and misdeeds. Never composed a beast ballad myself, come to think of it. Tell you what, I shall craft a rhyme for you. All I ask in return is a handful of coins. It's an offer of a lifetime. Normally I'd argue with you, but you do have a certain look about you. Very well. But if I am to write a first-rate work, you must face some difficult questions. Are you prepared to answer? It's your call. Find me when you're ready. I wouldn't dream of going anywhere.
I'm telling you, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah? You're good with the Magisters caging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole for all I care. It's the greater good.
That divine voice, that idyllic poetry. Nothing like the other dwarves' uncouth chants. Barstan's music is as sweet and...
Incident. A valiant warrior against the void.
Arguing with Mac is like giving medicine to the dead. He's as stubborn as a corpse and smells the part to boot. No wonder Papa Thrash gives him the stink any time he tries to go downstairs.
Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine? We wait. We wander and
Another
wonder.
sorcerer on the loose. I knew they should have cut off the Meister's head and burned the rest. Gotta make sure it don't grow back.
All the odds.
He fixes you with a stare, looks you up and down, weighs you up, the cut of your cloth, the weight of your bag. A moment passes.
My friend, for Alexander the Innocent.
Yeah? You're good with the Magisters caging anyone
Killed
up
by
that looks
sorcerers,
funny.
a most vile incident.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I?
A valiant warrior against the void.
It's the greater good.
Taken too early, all hope.
Then a smile creases his face, a smile carefully constructed to look friendly and authentic, a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Greetings, my lord. Looking to ease the pain of a decaying world? You're in the right place. Beers are ordered at the bar, but can I interest you in a nourishing bowl of stew? A bold choice, on the face of it, unless you're looking for something a little more tantalizing than a meaty stew and a mildly alcoholic brew.
He raises an eyebrow and gives you a sly look.
It's the greater good.
Apply good thing.
I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
He purses his lips. His fingers drum a pattern on his elbow as he assesses you.
Tell me, if they got nothing to hide, they got nothing to be scared of.
Yeah? You're good with the Magisters caging
Weep,
anyone up.
my friends, for Alexander the Innocent.
A lascivious smile spreads across his face. His tongue darts from his mouth to lick the spittle from his lips.
let me ask you this. Across the world, who is renowned above all others for their exquisite lovemaking abilities? Well, okay then. Moving swiftly along, for an insignificantly small sum, I can introduce you to the greatest lizard lover the world has ever seen.
Seeking signs from the gods. May the seven usher us to paradise against all the odds.
The price, I'm afraid, is not negotiable. And believe me,
The money vanishes into his apron.
now, let me ask you this. What flavour of stew do you prefer? Do you like the strong and meaty variety? Or do you prefer it delicate and fragrant, if you get my meaning?
Sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Upstairs, on the second floor. Her name is Zara. Pleasure is her business. Enjoy the experience of a lifetime.
He gives you a mischievous grin, then dips his head in salute and turns away.
The conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine? We wait.
The spirit of a magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand, the fingers of which have been sheared off.
My ring! Where's my ring?
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring at the fingerless hand, utterly, morbidly entranced.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend myself.
For Alexander the Innocent.
The spirit stares, absorbing your question, towards the kitchen.
A valiant warrior.
The spirit's lips part, trying to form an answer, but it doesn't come. She forlornly stares at you, unable to find the word. The spirit looks at you with the smallest flicker of realization.
I was still alive when she started cutting pieces off me. She wanted me to feel it. All of it.
The spirit inclines her head towards the kitchen.
We wait. We wonder and wonder.
The spirit ponders your question and seems to shiver.
Oh, in many places. I feel my body in 100 moving graves.
No, even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
Hey, Prudy.
Weep, my
Mother.
friends, for Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
Finally! Your colleague over there is absolutely useless.
Taken too early, all hope destroyed.
I'll have a bowl of the house stew, if you please.
Thus ended the conclusion of a noble bloodline.
Oh, pity. I've been trying to get a little something to eat all day. But the giggleheads who run this establishment don't seem to be willing to provide a fellow with his fair portion. After all I've been through, too.
He lowers his gaze, then looks up at you expectantly.
Paradise against all the odds.
His lip trembles dramatically.
It's my mentor. My dear mentor. He was killed by those void beasts. I told him we ought not to travel in the hills, but would he listen? No. Now here I sit, my closest companion gone, our precious cargo worth more than Lucian's right ring, lost to the beast-infested wilds, and the waiter won't even bring me any stew.
Thus ended the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall
Ah, then perhaps my luck has changed. Yes, perhaps this awful business might soon be behind me. Tell me, how are you with, well, Voidwoken? Ah, terrific news. Then what I ask will be little more than a trifling. My mentor, Liam, and I were hauling in a goodly number of fine wares from the Southlands when we crossed paths with a great brute of a Voidwoken. We made short work of Liam, may the gods rest his soul. I managed to escape, but my precious cargo was left behind. We'd invested our entire livelihood in those wares. I'll do anything to get them back.
by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A valiant warrior against the void.
A
Of course. We'll, discuss. Now, give me your map. I can't tell you how thoroughly you've made my day.
Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
Pipe down, will you?
We wait, we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods. May the seven usher us to paradise against all the odds. Weep, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent. Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident. A valiant warrior against...
She nods an uninterested greeting.
Here for the fight? This is a tavern. People are drinking. Eventually there'll be a fight. You planning on starting one? Well, I look forward to beating the shite out of you then. Bye now. Till later.
Paradise against all the odds.
Her Munificence Dallas the Hammer, Scourge of the Voidwoken and Saviour of the Sorcerers, upon the advice of her most sage council, in her capacity as the titular head of our beloved Lucian's divine order, hereby layeth bounty upon the fell sorcerer murderers of Alexander, Bishop Divine. She, or he, or it, who slayeth said sorcerers, or other sorcerers, with malice or without, may count upon the hammer's most benign and just benevolence. The deaths of the evil ones shall be rewarded in this life and the next. Hail to the hammer, 7 times blessed. The poster flutters lightly in the breeze.
Slipped her noose in Fort Joy. I'm not too worried about slipping it again.
Let her cower on that ship of hers and be glad the water's too foul for me to swim.
No news here. Everyone wants a piece of me.
Better to be pursued than forgotten, eh?
Believe me, it gets old real quick.
Why the devil is this stall out in the open? Occupied! Oh, unholy hells! Do I sound like I'm all right? That's what I get. Bloody tainted stew. Makes a little fish into some of my stew. Bloody mackerel must have been tainted. Save me, Lucian! What was in that blasted stew? Leave me! Leave me! Oh!
I'll stay out of there, thanks.
Leave me! Why the devil is this stall out in the open?
I've spotted something.
ain't you? A tall drink of tallness. What can I do for you, honey?
She fluffs them and coos.
You're so very, very sweet to notice, honey. Ain't easy keeping him so nice in a dusty town like this. But I do take pride in him. Sure, why not? Not all of them hatch, you know. And between you and me, honey, I don't mind the taste of an omelette now and again. Go on and scoot then, honey.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Oh, you want a list? I've got eggs to lay, grass to tidy, grain to clear, and magister boots to peck. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, what is it? Peckish? Is that a joke of some kind? If it is, it's only a little funny. But you tried, and that's something. So here, take an egg for your effort.
The cat stares up at you. Its midnight black pupils are too prominent for you to discern the colour of its glazed eyes.
8 lives already gone, but I'd gladly lose the last if you can throw me a fish. One of those smelly kind. But I need 'em. So yummy. They taste like shadows and spoiled cream, and turn the air dark. It feels so beautiful against my fur, like being caressed by black cotton. I'd give my right.
Come on, lives are at stake.
Leave me alone, Dallas, you nasty woman.
No rest until the killer is found.
You can stay there with the dirty lizard and Joe's mum until you're cured. Whee!
Take that, sorcerer. Dallas, get up.
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
No rest until the killer is found.
Here, mister. Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he?
Come on, lives are at stake.
The 3 kids stare at the collar in awe. Then they stare at you in even greater awe.
Is that real? Yeah, it's real. I seen the one they put on Joe's mum before she got sent to Fort Joy.
A real source collar. This is the best day of my life. Come here, sorcerer. I'm going to put a stop to your shenanigans for real.
The sorcerer screams and runs away. Dallas and Alexander in hot pursuit, all 3 children laughing.
That's no good.
I'm Dallas.
I'm Alexander.
Who gains the title most divine? We wait. We wander and wonder.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
With surprising agility for a woman of her age, she reaches over the bar and swings a hand toward your face. You brace yourself for the incoming blow, but she instead points her finger into your face.
We don't speak of His Holiness that way in this establishment. Well, you can't be blamed if your mother didn't teach you any better. But that can't be helped now, I suppose. Not everyone received the same education as my Niles. He's a magister, mind. Dead. So what are you after?
We wait, we wonder and wonder.
Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. My, but it's been too long since I've seen him.
Was Alexander the Innocent?
A fine physician indeed. That's my boy. Some say all a growing child needs is food and sunshine. I say abstinence and chastity will grow him finer than either one of them. Oh, but it's so good to meet a friend of Niles. Here, have a little something to eat. No one in our little town can appreciate work so fine as his, you know. All his instruments and books are stored away upstairs, all but forgotten. It's such a terrible waste.
We wait, we wonder and wonder, seeking signs from the gods.
You can hang your hat on that. I'd love to show you, but I'm afraid I can't leave the bar unattended. This crowd isn't to be trusted, believe you me. But I suppose, well, there's no harm, is there? You seem to be a good sort. One of Lucian's own, isn't that right? Here, take this key and head on up the stairs. You'll find Niall's room there. He'd want to know his fine things weren't languishing unappreciated in his old room.
A most vile incident.
I don't think you know.
A valiant warrior against the void. Taken too early, all hope destroyed. The path thus ended, the conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise? Who gains the title most divine?
Yeah.
We wait, we wander and wonder, seeking signs from the gods. May the seven usher us to paradise against all the odds.
I don't think you know even a smaller good if it bit you on the arse.
Hey, Broody. Nova.
Pipe down, will you?
Sweet, my friends, for Alexander the Innocent.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets its sense of Fort
town
Joy.
is poor, but this room is rich.
A weathered woman in a dirty sea captain's tunic babbles breathlessly to herself.
The bell rings a warning and the tide is on the turn. And I without my compass. The ship is in the locker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows, and all are drowned but me. And yet, can you hear? The bell rings on. Perhaps I am already mad. But I swear I hear the bells. Please, make it stop.
She buries her head in her hands and cries.
Make it stop.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets its sense of Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
Our port! Can't you hear the bells are ringing?
A ghostly seaman stares at the captain, his lip curled in a malevolent grin, his eyes wide with hate, and all the time he rings his bell. He registers your presence. His head swivels towards you.
Spoke to the lady captain, didn't you? I seen you, dwarf, cozying up. Are you with her, or sail you with us?
Sense of Fort Joy. You can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. You're willing to
He
risk
stands to
Fort Joy
attention.
for one night with a
I'm on
lizard.
duty here, sir.
Then you're
There
an
are
idiot.
rocks ahead, and able weather must know it.
He blinks once, twice. A single salty tear drips from one ghostly eye. The bell falls silent. He raises a finger to his temple in salute and fades away. She babbles breathlessly on.
My ears are still a-ringing. And I have you to thank for it? Then thank you, I surely do. That accursed bell lies with the peacemaker, on the bottom in the rocky shallows. My compass lies there too.
You're willing to
The compass surely lies on the bottom, near where the ship was wrecked. Take it with my blessing, if you can find it. My sailing days are done. Let me mark your chart. But you be warned. Stay off the wreck itself.
She goes white as the proverbial ghost.
You've got no call to go looking for no cargo. Far as anyone's concerned, we sailed with an empty hold, and if there's anything left to salvage, you leave it where it is. Heed me. Leave the cargo of the Peacemaker alone.
She turns away. Conversation over.
You know, if I can get Alexander, come on, get any of us. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Curiosity kills the cat,
You're right about
or gets
that.
it sent to
Right
Fort
as rain,
Joy.
Hilka.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who
Curiosity
you can
kills the cat,
trust.
or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
You're willing to
And
risk
I'm
Fort
saying
Joy for
you
one
can
night
trust
with a
me.
lizard?
I can see a sorcerer from a mile
Then you're
away.
an idiot.
And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us. It's a shame, it is.
An absolute shame.
Alexander, slaughtered like a supper lamb. Poor dear.
It ain't right.
It ain't right. Never thought I'd say this, but I hope they round up them sorcerers for good. I ain't needing one sick and a void working on me.
You said it, Hilka. You're a true patriot.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. What do you want, fish face? Huh. I want another beer and a bowl of stew. Which of us is more likely to get what they want, do you think? Guess that makes me a sinner. Perhaps you can help us settle an argument. Thatcher here is one of my dearest friends, but she isn't the brightest.
Thatcher grins hello.
Our mate Boris got posted to Fort Joy for consorting with lizards. And Thatcher here still fancies a turn around the park with Loverick's lizard. I say she'd be sleeping with the enemy. What say you?
They look at you expectantly. Thatcher looks victorious. Eden looks annoyed.
You're as bad as she is. Get lost then, you're no use to me.
Eden turns back to her drink. Thatcher smiles goodbye.
Curiosity kills the cat.
You got that
or
right,
gets it
Hilka.
sent to Fort
You
Joy.
got that right.
She tips you a wink, then turns away.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You got that right.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
That would be my stomach, my lord. Perhaps I could go downstairs
You're willing
for
to
a bit of
risk
stew?
Fort Joy for one...
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Boring.
Curiosity
You're
kills
right
the
about
cat,
that.
or
Right
gets
as
it sent
rain,
to Fort
Hilka.
Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy
Less
for
again.
one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
What the devil are you
Curiosity kills the cat. Forget
Your
to send
beard,
to
my
Fort
lord.
Joy.
It seems less lush somehow.
You're willing to risk Fort
It's as
Joy for
lush as
one
it's
night with a
always been.
lizard.
Now turn your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
Yes, my lord.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alex.
Right as rain.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
Curiosity kills the cat.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, I can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
That would be my stomach, my lord. Perhaps I could go downstairs for a bit of stew?
Absolutely not. The coffers, man. The coffers, they're to be guarded day and night.
Yes, of course. Of course, my lord.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If I can get Alexander, I can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Then you're an idiot.
What the devil are you staring at?
Your beard, my lord. It seems less lush somehow.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent
You're
to
right
Fort
about
Joy.
that. Right as rain, Hilka.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
Why do you shiver so? This room is temperate enough, is it not?
Curiosity kills the cat,
Quite
gets
so,
it
my
sent
lord,
to Fort
quite so.
Joy.
The atmosphere in here is...
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
Spooky? Pull yourself together, man. Or should I check the cupboards for ogres?
That's quite all right, my lord.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Curiosity
And you can't be
kills
too
the cat,
careful, you know?
gets it sent
If
to
they can get
Fort Joy.
Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that.
You're
Right
willing
as
to
rain,
risk Fort
Hilka.
Joy for one night with a lizard? Then
What
you're
on
an
earth
idiot.
is that noise?
That would be my stomach, my lord. Perhaps I could go downstairs for a bit of stew?
Absolutely not. The coffers, man. The coffers, they're to be guarded day and night.
Yes, of course. Of course, my lord.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You're willing to risk Fort
You
Joy
got that
for
right,
one night
Hilka.
with a lizard?
You got that right.
Then you're an idiot.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
Staring at.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
It seems less lush somehow.
It's as lush as it's always been. Now train your eyes on my treasures, not my person.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
As you approach the silken-robed noble, Ifan does a double-take and laughs in recognition. He pulls you to one side.
I know this man, and he's not at all what he seems. A moment.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
Ifan bounds forward and embraces the man, all effusive greetings. As they part, talking animatedly, the man's beard slips sideways down his face. He's wearing a disguise. Ifan laughs as he straightens the beard. They chatter away for some time, using a guttural cant you struggle to understand. At one point, the man says something and looks over at you intently. Ifan waves his hand and laughs. The man hunkers down and seems to be sketching a rough map on the floor, using an apple, some playing cards, and a fistful of threads pulled up from the carpet. Ifan claps the man on the back and turns to leave.
Well, now we know the way to the sawmill. And we know Roost thinks I'm bringing you there as part of the Godwoken contract. Hear that? Roost's camped out at the sawmill.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
Here now. When one's in a small town, one must expect small town manners, Have you a reason for barging into my room, sir? No harm done, Still, I may as well introduce myself. Travels, you say? And what?
He laughs.
Of all things, I am traveling, yes, to Arx. Lucian's Day will be upon us soon. I go because it is every citizen's duty. That said, I do have more secular motivations as well. As a merchant, it is quite my favorite day of the music to my ears. If there's anything else you need, know you're always welcome.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
I'm a wealthy man, and wealthy men need the merchant's burden, you see. He must escort...
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
Why do you shiver so? This room is temperate enough, is it not?
Quite so, my lord, quite so. But the atmosphere in here is, Spooky.
Spooky? Pull yourself together, man. Or should I check the cupboards for ogres?
That's quite all right, my lord.
I am Baron Lafere. I am Baron Lafere, not he. Not he. I am Baron Lafere. An impostor is he. That man over there, a lone wolf in my own sheep's clothing. Bejeweled is he with a false name. Draped is his back with a false mantle. Bedecked are his cheeks with a false beard. Murderer, thief, impostor. I am Baron Lafere. A rival's revenge? Another merchant's madness? Oh, the fever of gold is reason's bane. But it matters no longer what drove them to daggers. It matters who drove them into my flesh. You who hears the laments of the dead, avenge me. Kill the false baron. Give me back my name. Please, avenge me. Ah, looking for another tray? Please do. If there's anything else you need, know you're always welcome.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
What on earth is that?
Then you're an idiot. Then you're an idiot. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. One night with a lizard.
Healing!
I'll yield to none.
Curiosity kills the cat. Forget to send to Fort George.
Trust.
Got that right,
You're willing to risk Fort George for one night with a lizard.
I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? They can get
Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat. Forget to send to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Curiosity kills the cat. Or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard.
You got that right,
You're
Helga.
an idiot.
You got that right.
And I'm saying, you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as radio.
Boring. The imposter is dead. My name is you who suckers the souls of the dead. I thank you. I am Baron Levere. In the halls, I'll be Baron Levere.
Good find. Look out! I see a trap nearby. This again.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka.
Curiosity
You
kills
got
the
that
cat.
right.
Or gets it sent to
And I'm
Fort
saying,
Joy.
you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a
You're
mile
willing
away.
to risk Fort Joy for one
And you
night
can't
with
be
a
too
lizard.
careful, you know? If they can
Then
get
you're an
Alexander,
idiot.
they can get any of us.
You're You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it
And you
sent
can't
to
be too
Fort
careful,
Joy.
you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get Lewis.
You're willing to risk
You're right
Fort
about
Joy
that.
for one
Right
night
as
with a
rain,
lizard?
Hilka.
Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy.
You've got to pick who you
You're
can
willing
trust.
to risk Fort Joy for one night
You
with a
got
lizard?
that right, Hilka. You got that right.
Then you're an idiot.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
You've got to pick who you can trust.
Curiosity kills the cat,
You
or
got that
gets
right,
it sent to
Hilka.
Fort Joy.
You got that right.
And I'm saying
You're willing
you
to
can
risk
trust me.
Fort Joy
I
for
can see a
one night with
sorcerer
a
from a
lizard?
mile away.
Then you're an idiot.
And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Hilka.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot.
got a picker you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets a sense of Fort Joy.
And you can't be too careful.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
What about that? Right as rain, Hilka.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets its sense of Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot.
You've got a picker you can trust.
You got that right, Hilka. You got that right.
And I'm saying you can trust me. I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know?
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets its sense of Fort Joy.
All right about that. Right as rain.
You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard. Then you're an idiot. Curiosity kills the cat, or gets its sense of Fort Joy.
A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns towards you. She fixes you with a sultry look, and when she speaks, it's like listening to honeyed smoke.
I'm so glad you came, but your friends will have to leave.
She turns her back on you and waits for your companions to leave. A lizard, tall and beautiful, turns...
I'm so glad you've come. Are you here to... water my flowers? I've been so lonely since my man went away to fight the coming war. I need someone to take care of me. You're so masculine, darling. Won't you take care of me? Come on over here, big boy, and I'll tell you.
She bats her eyelashes.
What I'm thinking.
She sighs.
Not in the mood for games? Me neither. So what shall we do? Would you like me to dance for you? Or would you like to hear a poem? All right, darling. I'll dance.
She closes her eyes. She's motionless for a moment, as if listening for music that only she can hear. And then, almost imperceptibly at first, her hips begin to sway, as she finds the rhythm of the song that only she can hear. But as she sways and moves, with elegance and grace, at once beguiling and raw with pure emotion, you realize you hear the music too. It floods your body with light, at once boiling hot and freezing cold. And then you feel her hands upon you, and you move together, entwined in spirit and in flesh, as one. Moving to the rhythm of your heart's desire, two beings for a moment become one. In your ecstasy, you feel the edge of the bed against your leg, and suddenly you're falling, both of you laughing together as the mattress receives you both. And you realize that you're naked, and so is she. She searches your face for the lie, doesn't find it. The compliment touches her. She smiles, reaches for you. She takes you into her arms, into her heart, into her very being. Your world explodes. In ecstasy.
Good morning, lovebirds.
Good morning, Gil. Hey, this is my lover. Lover, this is my friend Gil.
Shut it, lover boy.
I'm sorry, darling. It's a setup. You paid for a trip to paradise. Now you're paying for the return journey.
To wit, we're taking all your stuff. If you want it back, you can take it up with Lohar. Reckon that's for you to figure out.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy?
Got that right, Helga. You got that right.
And I'm saying, I can see a sorcerer from a mile away. And you can't be too careful, you know? If they can get Alexander, they can get any of us.
You're right about that. Right as rain, Helga.
Curiosity kills the cat, or gets it sent to Fort Joy. You're willing to risk Fort Joy for one night with a lizard? Then you're an idiot. Leave me, please. Today has been hard.